Hey everyone, we are going to be starting at where we left off in Nancy Drew, Message in a Haunted Mansion. I believe last time when we left off we had talked to everybody about those words that we found in that book, and we stopped after that. And right now my OBS is being a little slow, and I know once I open up the Nancy Drew game, most likely it's going to shift my OBS off the screen, but I'm hoping I move chat to where I can still see what y'all are messaging. I'm hoping that works. So I'm going to transition over to my game scene, and then we will get started playing.
Just let you know the beads that I need are the black letter beads, because I don't have enough to spell people's names.
Okay, it looks like I can still see y'all. Hi, Sea Slayer. Hi, Daddy-O. I'm glad that y'all are able to tune in today and watch me play the rest of Nancy Drew. I'm not sure what we'll play after I complete this. I think we're like 2/3 into the game, so we might finish that today. And today's stream I'm gonna have to end probably around 1 to 1:30 because I have an appointment to head out to. Alright, let's get back into it. Alright, yeah, we were at the phone because I think we made a phone call to Emily, and she said that she's being sent to, was it Mexico? And so she'll be getting in touch with us about what the meaning of those words are, but which we already know because that's what they called the house. Hey Daddy-O, hope you're having a good day. Getting some R&R. So let's see. We talked to everybody. I'm not sure what time it is inside the house. Turn this down just a little bit. I'm not sure how loud it is on y'all's end, but it's pretty loud in my ears. Let's go see. Rose is in here. Yep.
Hello. I can see you're busy. I'll let you go. Don't work too hard.
Okay. So now we need to figure out what to do next. We talked to everybody about the gumbo foo. I think that's what the words were. Gumbo foo, because Abby thought it was a gumbo dish. So I think if we check her diary, it'll update us kind of on what we need to look into next. Otherwise, we might have to give the friends a call again for a clue. I still have this floppy disk though, so I'm wondering if we never gave that back to Charlie. Where am I going? I need to view the... Did it just switch y'all off of the game? Let's see if I can get y'all back on there. It's weird. Don't know why it did that. Go back to gaming. And we're back. And I don't know why it's sending me that. Alright. Accidents. Why so many? Why is he so uptight about them? Fire? House. Haunted. Chinese antique decorations. Once a hotel. Secret attic. Bandit's treasure. Treasure in the house. From E to Diego. Treasure poem. Oh. Who's Who? Rose is the owner of the house. She has $1 million insurance policy. She might be selling the house at Lewis's suggestion. Abby. Abby believes in ghosts. Says that Valdez is haunting the place. The seance, which was pretty much a hoax. Charlie, too young, inexperienced for work. He's a history student and he lives in a secret room behind the bar and the saloon. Lewis, antique dealer, hotel list on the laptop, book from library, gumbo foo, call Emily, which we did. So we've done all the stuff on here. So let's figure out what we are missing. I wonder if we need to go give Charlie his floppy disk. Gotta get used to clicking around the different areas again to go where I need to go. Is Charlie in? Yep.
Hi, Nancy. What's up?
Do you know what the words gumbo foo mean?
I'm not sure. I've never heard that before.
Doesn't need his floppy disk back.
I'll let you get back to your renovation.
Thanks.
Okay. I thought we had asked everybody about the gumbo foo.
I'm glad you dropped by. You know, I wanted to tell you that you'll be alone in the house for a while. Everyone is going to the Winter Festival, and Charlie's studying for finals. I also took down one of the tapestries in your room for dry cleaning, and what was the other thing? Oh, a messenger dropped off a letter for you. I put it in your room.
That's a lot.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
So long.
Okay, so we're gonna be in the house alone for a while. Let's go ahead ahead and head to our room. She said there was a message. Emily Foxworth, photojournalist. Nancy, I'm sorry I could not drop this off myself, but I'm out the door for a month-long photo shoot in Mexico. I spoke with my friend about gumbo foo, and she told me that it means gold treasure mansion. She wrote the Chinese symbols below. Hasta luego, Emily. Gold treasure house. Okay. Some more insinuating that there is treasure here. What sign was she talking about? Oh, okay. Oh, alright. We got the zodiac animals. Rat. Rat was on the ox, I believe. Oh, man. I need my fruits basket knowledge. So it goes rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, I think that's a horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, boar. Okay, gumbo foo, right? Right? You think that's the way to solve the puzzle? sure what. I mean, the only thing I think of is like gumbo foo, but I don't think I see those markings. I mean, because this one's river from that music sheet, and is that one king? I can't remember. Beginning? Let's see. One moment. Ooh, are we gonna have to do that again? Listen, my child, to the story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. The 10 daughters are reunited in order when the 4-sided box loses its border. When the eye... Okay, so these are the different Chinese symbols that we've seen over the house. The eye of the phoenix is in your hand when the bird of fire can see again. When the moon, we saw moon, sleeps and the sun plays. The king, we saw king of the sky will shine his rays. And hidden beneath the river, we saw river of colors will lie a gate. Golden wonders. Take a picture of that to know the order. Take the picture. Okay. So, go back to here. We're probably gonna do this puzzle again. So this rat, boar, tiger, I believe it was snake next. No, rabbit, because rabbits are quick. Rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, ram, or goat, monkey, rooster, dog. Alright, so the first thing in the poem is the child, which was on that picture of the child in the hidden compartment or hidden area behind the library, which that looks like child. So then next word is begin, which we know is this one. So how do I get you to go that way? This is weird. Okay, begin. And then the next word is daughter, which one of those is that one? Is it that one? It's hard to tell upside down. Okay, daughter. And the next one is 4, which 4 is the box. Then I, which looks like an E. Then fire, which is right next to it, but I gotta go the other way. Fire, then moon, then king, then river, and then gold. Did that work? I'm guessing that's a no. I probably shouldn't have pressed that button. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. So we have child. Oh, okay. Then we have begin. Just that one. And then daughter. Which I believe is that one. Then 4. Then I. Which looks like the E. Wait, is it that E? No. That E. Then fire. Then moon. Then king. Then river. Then gold. We did it! We opened the safe. Alright, what's that? We got a box. Oops. With some jewelry. Doesn't look like anything that we can grab. Then we have
Something's
this.
missing here.
Oh, we have that letter or symbol. Letter or symbol. It goes there. Oh, it's another puzzle. I don't know what. Oh, is this the night thing? Where it was talking about stars and moons and staying to the border? I think that's what that is. But let's check everything else. Because I don't. Last will and testament of Elizabeth Applegate Valdez. I, Elizabeth Valdez, do hereby make this my last will and testament. To my dear friend Nellie Beecham, my black onyx necklace and earrings, and the sum of $5,000. To my employee Wing Tang, the sum of $15,000. To my cherished secretary Mabel Craddy, the sum of $10,000. And to my beloved husband Diego Valdez, the entirety of my estate, my house, and its contents, with the exception of the bequests above. In the event that my husband Diego Valdez is not located after a period of 1 year after my death, or is found to be deceased, the entirety of my estate, with the exception of the bequests above, are to be liquidated, and all proceeds of said transaction are to be provided to the Ladies Protection and Relief Society. Witnessed the 8th day of April 1902. J. Mediger, attorney at law. Dear Elizabeth, I could never sully that sweet name by calling you Lizzie. You shall evermore be Elizabeth, my Elizabeth, the sweet, dear woman who has honored me with her enchanting presence and grace. Tonight I ride on yet another perilous trip, but always to return to your beloved smile. Until then, please accept this bouquet of gardenias, your favorite El Diablo. So El Diablo was real. Our wedding day. As thy days, so shall thy strength be. I don't know if that says days. I think, as thy days, so shall thy strength be. True love and. Let me zoom in on that. No. True love and something shall be with you. This certifies that Elizabeth Applegate of Gold Pine Valley Co. and Diego Valdez of Gold Pine Valley Co. were something to marriage according to the ordinance and laws of the state of California at Gold Pine Valley on the 18th day of June in the year of our state 1876. Witness Marino D'Angelo and something D'Angelo. This 'tis he who clasps the marriage band and fits the spousal ring, then leaves ye kneeling hand in hand out of his stores to bring the choicest of gifts before you spread of an all something king. Alright. Did I read this one? Dear Elizabeth, only one soul on this great earth knows the two secrets that circle my heart, my love for you and my secret identity. Know that my intentions are the purest in all respects. I am a modest man, and all the wealth that I have acquired by devious means are put to the best uses, all given to the poor, the misfortunate, and the defenseless. And so I am a poor, misfortunate, and defenseless man in the presence of you, of your beauty. You have stolen my heart, dear Elizabeth, and all I ask is your hand in marriage to be mine forever, Diego. Anything else I can click on before I try to figure out this puzzle? Nope. Alright, let's figure this out. It says move like a knight around the borders, I think is what that was. But I don't know how. Okay, maybe that's not what this is. So we just have to get all suns? Oh, this seems pretty easy. Wow. First try. We did it. First try. Ooh. Okay. I'm guessing this is the phoenix that's on the floor in the entrance hall. Where is your head? That's a neck. That's a wing or tail. There's your head. Okay. We need to get you like in the middle. Maybe you're gonna be over this looks like it needs to be up top. That needs to be below. Don't want to go that way. But that looks like that needs to be back there. That needs to be up top there. Okay, so that goes on top of that, and those connected that. This needs to come down. Does that connect there? No. That needs to go there. No. You need to go down. You need to go back. You need to go down. You need to go up. You need to go up. I think that goes up. No, that's gotta be somewhere around here. That goes back, that goes forward. That needs to go down. Oh, but you need to go. Or, well, this needs to go up, so. And that also needs to go up. I think this is bottom. I Which I think that goes there, or there. That looks like it goes together, doesn't it? That needs to go up there. And those need to come back there. That went there, so I guess I'll pull that down. And this lower, oops. That over there. This needs to go up. Go ahead and make that go up. That looks like it lines up, so I need that there. Alright. This lines up with that. This all needs a shift over. That. We decided it needs to go that away. No, I don't want to do that. I need to get this down. That over. No, that. Ooh, I think I'm confusing myself even more. That needs to be further over. Those need to be over that alley. That's back corner. I definitely know that's back corner. That needs to go down, back and go up, back go up. That needs to go down, back go over. these all need to shift. Huh. That doesn't match. That needs to go up there. Does it look like that matches up? I think it does. That doesn't match up though. That. No. That matches up. That matches up. Oops, wrong way. How do I switch that to back there? I feel like I'm undoing the work that I've already done. Maybe that doesn't belong there. It belongs. Maybe? I don't know. That goes there, that goes. Because those two go together. But I'm not sure what this line up here is. That needs to go there. Yeah, that definitely doesn't line up. So it looks like that needs to be pulled down. That goes in the bottom corner. that needs to shift that away. Okay. Now I need... Alright, so this all needs to go where this is, and that all needs to come down, and then that needs to go there. Or I guess there. It's gonna be in the wrong order. Right? Maybe. I'm not sure. So I need to shift that away. That I'm gonna save to last to pull down. This needs to go there. Because that lines up. And then we need this big part here. We did it! Oh wow, that's pretty. Alright. Got that puzzle down. I guess we don't need anything more than that save. How do I back out, or do I close the door? That's probably that gem that goes in the eye of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to save. Because I don't want to do that again. Done. Continue. That's not creepy at all. I'm not scared. Are you scared? I'm not scared. I might be a little scared. Maybe just a little bit. I think is it this one that's missing the eye? Yeah. Thank you, Sea Slayer and Daddy-O.
When the moon sleeps and the sun plays.
What do you mean? You're not gonna let me put it in there? So you want me to, when the moon sleeps and the sun plays, so it wants me in the middle of the day. Okay, we'll go mess with the time.
I see you.
Oh, that's not freaky either. Somebody's messing with me. What time is it on the clock? 11:45 p.m. Alright, so let's set an alarm. We say 9 is daytime? Yeah? 9 a.m.?
Morning, Nancy.
Alright, here we go. Hey, it's a rainbow.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
Gold! And to think I was standing on it all along.
Too bad no one will ever find out about it.
Oh,
Louis?
I knew it! There must be over $1 million in here.
I've got to stop him before he gets away.
okay.
What? Hey!
If
Hey!
you might
Hey!
just-
Get me out of here!
Wow, he's very
Dear
lucky
Bess,
that didn't do
I'm
worse.
just about finished with my renovation work and counting out all of those gold coins. Louis was behind all of the accidents, hoping to pressure Rose into selling the house so he could find the treasure himself. Although Rose and Abby may not have a legal right to the gold, the bank the coins were stolen from will still give them a reward for finding it. The house also has gotten a lot of publicity with all of the news stories, and the place is booked solid for the first month of its opening. I guess a haunted bed and breakfast with hidden treasures is all the rage these days, even if there are no such things as ghosts. I think. See you soon, Nancy.
We did it. All right. Okay, so let's see. we just finished that version of the game. So let's see what we can play next. Do we want to do another Nancy Drew? Or do we want to go with something a little different? I forgot I gotta close out of this. Wonder if it lets me skip it. There we go. So it was Lewis all along. I knew he was sketchy, but I figured that him and Abby were in on it together. Did y'all have a guess for who it was? Let's pull up Steam. If my screens will readjust. There we go. Waiting for it to boot up. We have about 2 hours left of stream. We can start into another Nancy Drew, or we can do a shorter game just to pass the time. What is the next Nancy Drew in the series? And let's see if I have it. I guess it doesn't really matter the order. There's The Curse of Blackbourne Manor. There's Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. There's Ghost of Thornton Hall. And there's Midnight in Salem. And Shadow at the Water's Edge. Anybody got a preference? No preference? Alright, so let's go for Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Download it real quick. How's your day going, Sea Slayer? Just working. Is it a busy day? Always. Always busy. Halfway there. Almost there. It's a little bit of a slow download. What did y'all think about the last game? Did y'all guess the person behind the accidents correctly? Like I said before, I thought it was Abby. Well, I thought it was Abby at first, and then I thought it was Abby and Lewis working together to screw over Rose. But it was just Lewis all along, which is weird, unless he knew about the system that Abby was using, because all the ghost sounds were happening while everybody else was supposed to be gone. Maybe Abby got away with it. That ended pretty quickly too. I guess we were a little bit over a third of the way in. That, or just feels like with all the puzzles and me focusing on them, that time went by faster. Because I guess we've already been streaming for a little over an hour. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty decent. Seeing as how yesterday I started stream, what was it, around noon? And we finished about 4. So it's like a 5-hour game. And that's including the times I had to start over because I was caught peeping through people's stuff. And I fell into that hole underneath the house. Whenever I tried to back up, I was making her go forward through the dark to hope that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. And there wasn't. She fell into a wet hole. And so then I had to start from my last save. And I think that's when I learned I needed to save more frequently. Because it doesn't auto-save. That's old games for you. They don't give you as many hints and they don't automatically save, so you gotta make sure to be mindful of that. New games, they auto-save for you and you don't have to think about it, and they give you all the clues and tell you where to go, and doesn't make you use your brain as much, I guess. But I don't know what that night puzzle was for then, unless I just used it unsubconsciously, or what's the word, where you just force your way through it, because I never had to use that riddle that she left him about the night and having to move like a knight under the stars. That's weird now that I'm thinking about it. Anybody got any special plans for this week? Almost there. Still downloading a little bit. Has anyone read the Nancy Drew novels before? Is Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake a novel that they made into a game, or is it independent from the book series? It's weird. It's telling me it's still downloading, but when I go to the downloads, it says that there's nothing loaded. Oh, hold on. It's refreshing. Okay, let's see how this works out. It is still installing. Guess now would be good time to bathroom break, stretch your legs, or just keep on listening if you're working like Sea Slayer. It might be a few more minutes. Next time I'll make sure to download a game prior to starting up the stream so we can have something to transition to. Always learning.
Rotten_Rose 2 just followed.
Oh, thank you, Rotten. How are you today? Good. We're about to be playing Nancy Drew, Ghost Dogs of the Moon Lake. We're just waiting for it to finish downloading, which it shouldn't be too much longer. Are you a streamer too, or do you like just to watch the streams? What kind of streams do you like to watch? Same. I love a game with a good story. Are you talking about the images? No, I found them on Etsy. And then someone recently did my logo. Yeah. Yeah, they have some pretty cool VTuber options. And I try to go with the theme of I have a store that I do handmade crafts, and they're typically like fantasy, Renaissance type style, or TTRPG. So I try to keep with that theme. Have you watched any of the Nancy Drew games being played before? They're pretty interesting. They're older games back from early 2000s, so it's kind of got that graphic and point and click style. But they do have a story. You just have to kind of make sure you're clicking on everything and reading all the text to find out the different lore behind what's going on. We just finished Message at the Haunted Mansion, which was pretty cool. It got me jump scared a little bit a couple times. But the mansion had a bit of a story behind it. And we're about to start on to Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake, which I haven't played this one before. This one's going to be completely new to me. I played the previous one when I was a little kid. So we'll be figuring it all out together. And I'm interested to find out kind of what the background is of the story. Okay. get the screen pulled up. Alright. We are now starting Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. To start playing, choose either Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Tutorial.
So we did Senior Detective last time. I think that was pretty good as far as challenging, so we'll do that one again.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 1920s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Okay, so we have a phone ringing. I guess maybe I have to click forward.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
You make it sound like the house is haunted or something.
Not the house, the woods. Just wait until it gets dark, then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
One of your trees seems to have other plans for me.
What do you mean?
A tree fell down behind my car just as I was driving up to the house. I'm blocked in.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
It's late. Won't the store be closed?
Where's my brain? Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
Why? What on earth do you think is going to happen?
The dogs. Dog. Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. Horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Okay. What does this say? Check out squeaking mice.
What is that?
Okay. It didn't sound like an owl. Is that like a drawing of an animal on the wall? Oh yeah, there's like a deer drawn on the wall. I got an old couch, some books, some drawers. Oh, okay, so I don't have to click this time. I just have to drag my mouse around. Oh, different dogs. Vitus, Iggy, Lucy, and Xander.
It's stuck! I need some sandpaper.
No, I don't got that. Alright. Am I able to click on these books? No. Interesting. Where's the hooing coming from? Am I able to click on these curtains?
Rotten floorboards. Watch your...
Did we already lose the game? What? Did it save for me at all? No. Alright. Starting over.
Welcome to my latest case, Ghost Dog. Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of me is starting to feel a little uneasy. I'll let you know what happens. Ever yours, Nancy.
Alright, let's do this again.
Hello?
Nancy, hi, it's Sally. We have to talk fast because I'm in my car and my cell phone's running low, so we might get cut off. But did you see my note?
Yes, are you all right?
No, I feel awful bailing on you like that. You must think I'm such a flake.
I'm just worried about you. What's wrong?
I couldn't stand the thought of spending another night there. I knew you were on your way, but it didn't help. I just got too scared.
What's to be scared of? It's so peaceful and quiet here.
Just wait until it gets dark. Then you'll see. What am I saying? Nancy, you shouldn't be there by yourself either. Why don't you just go get in your car and go home? Or drive to Philadelphia. My aunt's got plenty of room.
No way. You've got me so curious, I wouldn't leave even if I could.
What do you mean?
Let me put it this way. Unless someone who just happens to have a chainsaw just happens to come by, my car's not going anywhere.
Oh, the dead maple beside the driveway. Oh, they told me it was in danger of falling over when I had the place inspected. I just never got around to doing anything about it. Listen, call M's Emporium. That's a store on the lake. Emily knows everybody. She'll know who to call if she decides to answer her phone.
Don't worry about it. I'm not in any hurry to leave.
You will be. Okay, look. I just bought a little outboard motorboat. I haven't used it yet, but the guy who put it in for me said it should run just fine. It's tied up at the dock out front. Just get in it and go. Go anywhere. Just get away from the house.
I can't just take off in your boat. It's pitch black outside.
Then listen to me. Go around the house and lock all the doors and windows. Do that right now.
There aren't any locks on the doors and windows. What are you so afraid of?
The dogs! Those dogs! Out of nowhere. They're outside howling and snarling. Teeth and claws. horrible.
Dogs? Hello? Did you say dogs? Hello?
Alrighty. So we know not to go over in that corner. I'm gonna go ahead and save so we don't have to do that again. Okay, so I step into any other holes. Or squeaky, rusty boards.
What is that?
Okay. Bunch of animal drawings on the walls. I can't mess with those curtains. I guess check the door. It's dark out.
Something's out there.
Do I go back in? Do I go back out? Are we brave and we venture out to figure out what the sound is? Or do we stay inside the house? I guess I just say so.
Now look what you've done. That was a Strix Varia. At least I think it was. Never know for sure now, will I?
I'm sorry, but you startled me. What are you doing out here?
Birds. I'm trying to look for birds. What are you doing out here?
I'm Nancy Drew. I'm staying in this house, and I heard a lot of weird noises, so I came out here to investigate.
That was me, Miss Nancy Drew, calling in birds. And doing a pretty good job of it, too, till you showed up. Where'd you come from, anyway?
I drove in today from River Heights to visit my friend Sally McDonald.
Now, why would you want to do a thing like that? The Malone house is no place for one young woman, let alone two.
You've met Sally?
I talked to her a couple of times. But you know, the last time I saw her, she wasn't doing so good. She acted real anxious, scared.
Did she say what was wrong?
The dogs. The dogs of Mickey Malone. Legend goes that when Malone was finally arrested and hauled away, his 4 dogs went running off into the woods and were never seen again. People would just hear 'em, howling like their hearts were broken every night until one by one, they all died and went silent. But every time someone tries living in the Malone house, back they come.
Are you saying Sally's house is haunted by ghost dogs?
Every night, ever since she moved in, you could hear 'em howling. And some nights the dogs would appear outside the house, running around, snarling and barking and throwing themselves at the doors and windows. And then they'd be gone. They're buried in the cemetery just beyond the house, you know. Them and Malone both.
Did they ever attack Sally?
She never gave them the chance. After the first attack, she stopped going out at night. Just locked the doors when it got dark and sat tight until morning.
Why haven't the police investigated?
This isn't New York City, Miss Nancy Drew. All they got around here is one officious little park ranger. And all Jeff Akers does is sit around all day trying to figure out how he can get himself transferred out of here to a bigger park.
Are you a native of Moon Lake?
I just come to Moon Lake in the spring to look for birds. Got an observation platform just up the path, kinda my base camp, and I've got a little outboard down there on the lake. Left my car at the big dock up lake. Don't really need it.
Are those the ghost dogs?
Yes, ma'am. which is why I think it would be a good idea if I went my merry way and you got yourself back inside that house. Good luck, Miss Nancy Drew.
Interesting. Alright, so I guess we'll go back into the house. And we can't go over there because there's those steps.
This is not good.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save so we don't have to do that again. So, I guess it wants me to go upstairs. Oh, you are going upstairs to sleep. When would you like to wake up? And? Wow. That's a drastic music change. Okay. So, I guess I'll read that. Leaves that appear on a fresh spring tree make my birth different from the other three. When swans drift by on a shimmering blue, I'm the one who plays in the summer dew. When autumn's call bridges out the deer, it is I who howls on mornings clear. And when winter comes and birds take flight, look to me to sleep through the long gray nights. It's over here. Get well water tested ASAP. You got a flashlight. And a map. Harry thought you could use this map to the cemetery. You'll find lots of bait along the way, especially at night. The cemetery is real hard to find. I got lost a bunch of times. Happy fishing, George. I guess I'll take a picture of that just in case I need it. If they don't let us keep it. Okay, cool. We're able to keep looking at it. Glasses? Nancy, I'm really sorry, but I just can't face another night here. I'm going to my aunt's in Philadelphia. Door is open. Make yourself at home. We'll call you from my car. Sally. P.S. My cell phone number is 215-555-5389. P.P.S. Please don't hate me. I can't mess with the glasses. Alright. There's clothes. The cooler. No? Bananas? Get dead tree cut down. Well, it fell down on its own. Water! I'm gonna have to keep up with like eating and drinking while I'm here. There's soda there too. Did it let me keep the soda? No. Okay. There's a door. There's another door with a clock right ahead. I guess let's go this way. See what we can do with the cuckoo clock. We can adjust the timer. Like, aw, it's a cute little puppy. Okay, so it's changing the scenery behind the dogs. Is this to do with that phone that was on the other wall? I think it all just changed to swans. Yeah, okay. So I was over here before. Does that mean I went out the door that's behind me last time? Did I read anything in later? Did I read this? No? Didn't know. Alright. Let's go out. Let's look at that map again. So, going out the cabin. Is we can take a left or a right. We go left. It will take us to the cemetery. If we go right, it'll take us to a stone pillar. I guess let's go left and check out the cemetery. Does that sound like a plan? By the way, what is this? Personal assistant? Okay, so I guess it's like our diary in the last one. It just gives us advice on do you need to record? Yeah, okay, cool.
I better be careful.
This is where the map goes into effect. So we want to go left, right, left, right. And that'll get us there. Left, right. Okay. Fallen tree. Is there a fallen tree here? Oops. Yeah, fallen tree. Cool, cool. Alright, kinda know where I am now. So we're gonna go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, left. Ooh, that's long. Okay. Right, left, right, left. Oma Pearl, Tiff and Path, another fourth, Stench, Marbles, Vitus. Okay, so these are the names of the dogs on that shelf. Vitus and Xander. Died the same day, but he said they died off one by one, but it looks like they were all, yeah, they all died the same day.
looks like paw prints.
Yeah, those look like paw prints. Ooh, I can go in. I'm going to save just in case. Since this game evidently will make you restart off the bat. Just letting me look at the tune. It won't let me click on anything, so. Alright. We visit the cemetery. Now to figure out our way out of here. So, left, right. Okay, so we're back towards the clearing of where the house is. Do we want to head to the stone pillar? I guess that's a pretty quick trip. So turn back around and go right, left, right. About you, Stone Pillar? I don't know. don't know if it'll be solid. What is it called on what they have on lichen? Lichen? Multi-wood. Alright. Alright. So now... It's missing a bolt? Isn't a lot of information. Got a pin, got water, okay. Okay, so no water's going out. Oh, we got a bucket.
I need a bucket.
Okay. There's the boat.
The boat's full of water.
Uh-oh. Can I use the bucket to get the water out? Screwdriver, flathead. Alright. I don't know where I'm going though. You know what? Just in case. Go ahead and save, because if that boat was full of water, I don't want to get out in the middle of the lake and go down.
The spark plug is missing.
Somebody's been tampering with my boat.
I gotta have some torque.
Torque. So, I'm assuming... Oh, okay.
The spark plug is missing.
So I gotta find a spark plug. Alright. What else is around here? Oh yeah, this little birdhouse thing.
This must be Red's observation platform.
Can I observe? Will only let me go that one way. Well, he's not there. So he must be somewhere else. I guess. Let's call our friend. Sally. That's our friend, right?
Hello?
Hey, Sally, it's Nancy.
Nancy, did you see them? Did you see the dogs?
Yes, I did, and I can understand why you left. They were pretty frightening. But if it's okay with you, I'd really like to stay and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. That's why you asked me here in the first place, right?
Yes, but Nancy, are you sure?
Positive. Consider Detective Drew officially on the case.
I wish I were even half the trooper you are, Nancy. I have such high hopes for that house. All the beauty there, the wildlife, all the pictures I was going to take. It would break my heart to have to give it up.
I need you to tell me everything you can about those dogs. When was the first time you saw the dogs?
I need you to tell me everything you can about those dogs.
They're black and they have yellow glowing eyes and they don't like me one bit.
When's the first time you saw them?
Well, let's see. I heard them the very first night I was here. I heard them almost every night, howling in the distance, but I didn't actually see them until I'd been here about a week. After that, they started appearing pretty much every other night.
When they appeared, did they always do the same thing?
Yes, come to think of it. They always came running up to the house, barking and snarling. They'd lunge at the windows, they'd jump up on the door, they'd run around and bark some more, then they'd run off. What are you getting at?
These attacks seem to involve a lot of choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake.
Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off-season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
That was weird. Did everybody else hear that, or was that just me? Let's see. I'm gonna open this again. Hopefully it doesn't have that noise. There we go. These attacks seem to involve choreography, which reinforces my theory that you're not being randomly attacked by a pack of wild dogs, but by dogs who've been trained by someone determined to scare you out of your house at Moon Lake. Who would want to do that? My closest neighbor lives 2 miles away. My property is surrounded by the state park, but it's off season, so hardly anybody is in the park. In fact, I bet I talked to a total of 3 people the whole 4 weeks I was at Moon Lake.
Which 3 people?
Let's see, the park ranger, I forget his name, kind of a pain in the neck. Emily Griffin, she's the one who owns that store I told you about. And I ran into this bird watcher a couple of times. Had a funny name.
Red Knot. I've run into him too.
Other than people I may have nodded hello to while getting gas or something, I swear those are the only people I've talked to at Moon Lake.
What about River Heights? Can you think of anyone there who'd want you to sell your house at Moon Lake and move back to River Heights?
You mean like an angry ex-boyfriend or something? Nope, I sure can't.
Okay.
Since I'm going to be staying here a while, is there anything I should know about the place?
Well, let's see. I've got the water turned off because it's well water and it needs to be tested before I can use it for anything. In fact, if you could get that testing done for me, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and watch where you walk in the living room. Some of the floorboards are so rotten you could fall right through. And I keep hearing these faint squeaks and rustling type noises coming from below the floor. I hope you're not scared of mice.
Your outboard motorboat is missing a spark plug. Is there one around here by any chance?
I wouldn't know a spark plug if I swallowed one whole. But you need that boat, Nancy. Right now, it's your lifeline. You can't use your car, and believe me, you can't walk anywhere because all the paths around the house end in this thick, horrible brush. You've got to get it fixed. Wait a minute. The bird watcher, he's got a boat. Maybe you could borrow his spark plug or something. Go down the path that's to the right as you look out toward the lake from the house, and you'll eventually see his observation platform. Try him at night. He never seems to be around during the day.
Who did you say I should call about getting rid of that tree?
Emily Griffin. She doesn't bother answering her phone sometimes, so don't call her. Go see her. Her store's on the west side of the lake. And brace yourself, M's Emporium is something else.
Wonder how we get there then.
How well do you know her?
I feel like I've known her all my life. She's so open and friendly. She likes to make it sound as if Moon Lake used to be a major hangout for criminals and degenerates, which isn't really true and irks some people around here no end. But I figure she's just trying to make a buck.
How do I go about getting your water tested?
Try the ranger station on the east side of the lake. I've been told you can get some kind of kit there.
I'm curious, why did you characterize the park ranger as a pain in the neck?
I left part of a ham sandwich on a picnic table once. Big mistake. From the way he carried on, you'd think I just made the FBI's 10 most wanted list. I don't think he likes me. Emily says it's because I wrecked his dream of becoming super ranger or something when I bought the Malone house instead of the parks department. Me, I think he just basically has a problem relating to people unless they're asking questions or breaking the law.
Are you aware that you're the proud owner of your very own cemetery?
Yes. When the realtor told me there was a cemetery on the property, I went, ugh. But when I saw how far from the house it was and how small it was, I decided I could live with it, as it were.
So you didn't go out there much?
No.
Talk to you later.
Keep me posted.
do I call her to remove the tree? Okay. I wonder if for these boards I can put these pieces of wood down. Yeah. So that way I don't fall through the floor.
It's still not fixed.
Oh man, I need more wood, I guess. Which means I'll probably have to travel those other areas of the woods, like the dead ends. She said that guy isn't there until nighttime. I don't know where we'd find the park ranger. I'm going to open any of this. There's still nothing here. They said that I need sandpaper for that those dogs up here. Oh.
It's stuck. I need some sandpaper. It's stuck.
Iggy just doesn't want to move. Am I not able to go into that corner of the house and look at the lamp and stuff? Won't let me go over there. Okay. Let's look around more, see if we can find any logs so that I can get to that other area of the house. It's over here. Oh, there's a basement. And there's a tarp. Let's go for the tarp first. More wood.
Those look too rotten.
Oh man, the cicadas. They're loud. The door sounds like it's locked. The sound is like really loud.
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald, the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in his office? Well, she just bought a house in Moon Lake, Pennsylvania. A gangster named Mickey Malone built it back in the 20s as his country getaway. We're talking major fixer-upper. Anyway, last night Sally called and she said she desperately needed my detective skills. She refused to say why over the phone. Naturally, I said I'd drive to Moon Lake immediately. But weird things started happening the moment I pulled up. First, this big tree fell down behind my car and has me totally blocked in. And then I discovered that Sally's gone. She left a note that suggested something terrible happens here at night. She's supposed to call me from her car. So here I sit, writing to you while I wait for the phone to ring. It's nighttime, and although part of me is dying to know what frightened Sally away, another part of...
Go ahead and save. Does that not work? Was I supposed to hit a...
Dear Ned, remember Sally McDonald,
Okay.
the woman who took those photos that Dad has up in
Okay.
his office?
Alright. Just gonna have to figure out what that is. Alright. We got that last board, maybe? Maybe that'll be enough? Let's go in here and see if 3 boards is enough to cover that area so I can reach that wallpaper. See what's behind there. Are you fixed now?
They need to be fastened to the floor.
Fastened to the floor? I got nothing for that. Unless there's already nails in them, I just screwdrive them.
They need to be fastened to the floor. They need to be fastened to the floor.
Okay.
It's still not fixed.
Do we have Emily's number to call her? Like, I remember there was a number over here, but I think that was our friend's number. Yeah, that was our friend's number. We got bleach. Were we able to open any? We opened this one, right? Yeah, and that's what we got, the map. And we're not able to open any of those. So I guess we need to wait till nighttime to talk to the bird guy. See if he can give us a spark plug.
The moon's so bright, I won't need my flashlight.
He's this way. Probably after we talk to him, I'll have to head out. And then we can pick this back up on, I'm thinking Friday will work. There he is. Hello.
Well, it's Miss Nancy Drew.
Does that mean you'd like me to call you Mr. Red Knot?
All right then. Hello, Nancy. Now put a muffler on it, would ya? I just heard a cerulean warbler.
Really? Are they rare?
Something tells me they're gonna be with you around. You didn't come up here to chit-chat, did you?
Do you know much about outboard motors?
Sure do. Only type of motorized vehicle that's allowed on Moon Lake. Heck, if it were up to me, I'd ban them too. Have everybody get around by canoe. Nothing like the threat of physical activity to keep tourists away.
You're not exactly a people person, are you?
I came to see birds, not people. The more people there are in a forest, the fewer birds there are. It's a fact of life. Reason I like to come here is because nobody else does. It's perfect. Not a decent grocery store, restaurant, or motel for miles.
You don't happen to have any spare spark plugs lying around, do you?
What's a pretty young lady like you know about spark plugs?
Enough to know that the engine on Sally's boat is missing one, and that I'm going to be stuck here unless and until I replace it.
I might be able to help you out. After all, I was a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
You mean you have a spark plug I could buy?
Well, just so happens I've got 2 spark plugs right here in my pocket. Question is, if I give you one, what do I get for it? I don't need cash, but maybe you could take a few pictures for me. Know how to use a digital camera?
My friend Bess just got one for her birthday. I helped her figure out how to use it.
There's a couple of birds I'm supposed to take pictures of for PEPSOB. That's People for the Preservation and Study of Birds. You can recognize them by their songs, which are on this tape, which you can play on my cassette player, which you're gonna have to get from M's Emporium as soon as you get your boat fixed. Think you can handle that?
I know I can.
Here's everything you'll need. M's Emporium is up lake on the west side. Not that I'm trying to get you out of my hair or anything, but try not to come pestering me till you're done, okay? One more thing. You smoke?
Only when I'm on fire.
Oh, you're a spunky one, aren't you? Well, these woods may not look it, but they're tinder dry. One lit match, and the best bird habitat on the East Coast will go up in smoke. So watch what you do, because if anything like that happens, I won't be looking for birds anymore, I'll be looking for you. Watch yourself out there.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna save, and then we will probably pause there until Friday. Save. Yes. So that was the beginning part of that new Nancy Drew game, which is not coming to my head at the moment. It seems pretty interesting. It has to do with a possible mobster that got caught that lived at that cabin, and his dogs stayed there until they eventually passed away, and they were all buried in the cemetery there. And at night the dogs come and harass whoever's in the house of their previous owner. I don't have any thoughts as to possible suspects as of yet. It does seem like Mr. Red doesn't want anybody out there, so maybe he's trying to scare people off. But I would assume hearing all the dogs barking and freaking out would scare off the birds, so that would be kind of counterproductive. And they did mention that the park ranger was upset that she bought the house because he wanted the park National Park Service or whatever to purchase it. So maybe there's something there. Like I said, I probably be streaming on Friday, or I most likely will be streaming on Friday. I might get an opportunity to stream tomorrow, so if you are into watching this game being played, please make sure that you set up notifications to know whenever I go live. That way, if I do start streaming on Thursday, you can come watch and you won't miss any parts of it. Well, I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you so much for watching me play some of the Nancy Drew series. you.